Today, a grand jury indicted 4 members of the Siders family in the Vinton County child endangerment case, nearly 2 months now after authorities say they found 16 children living in what they called deplorable conditions inside a Hamden home. 2 family members, Gary Siders Jr. and Elizabeth Siders, were also indicted on charges of sexual battery and unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. We have been following this case since June 30th, when law enforcement removed those 16 children from that home on Omer Street.
But tonight we learn that child endangerment investigation is actually the third of 3 separate investigations. 10 TV's Libby Cathy is joining us in studio tonight to walk us through the new details. Libby?
That's right, Yolanda. Jeff, we learned today what initially led authorities to the Siders' home where they discovered those 16 children. It was a separate child sexual abuse investigation, one initially involving 2 children and 2 South Bloomingville men, according to authorities. That's 23-year-old Josh Saunders, you see him on your screen, charged with rape and gross sexual imposition, and 40-year-old Brandon Henderson Sr., indicted on 21 charges, including endangering children and sexual battery. These men were arrested today. And that investigation led authorities to Elizabeth and Gary Siders Jr., and separate allegations that the couple sexually abused a minor in 2022. We're told that minor was not a member of their immediate family. Authorities were acting on that sexual abuse investigation on June 30th, there to collect Gary Siders Jr.'s DNA when they discovered the 16 children, sparking the child endangering investigation.
These cases began as an investigation into family child sex abuse. Law enforcement sought the DNA of Gary Siders Jr. related to the child sex abuse case. Once Siders Jr. was located, search warrants were executed to secure his DNA for genetic testing. Upon serving the search warrants for the child sex abuse case, the existence and condition of the 16 children at the Omer Street house became known.
So now all 4 Siders adults have been indicted on child endangering charges, and Gary Siders Jr. and Elizabeth Siders are also facing those additional sex crime charges for abuse of a minor that, again, was not one of their children. So we reached out to the Siders defense attorneys about this, and attorney for Gary Siders Sr. sent us a statement saying, in part, they are still in the beginning stages of this case and discovery has not been received by the defense. He went on to say that defendants are presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Now, I went down to South Bloomingville today. No one I spoke to recognized Saunders or Henderson, but we are keeping in touch with residents there and staying on this story. Jeff, Yolanda.
Libby, thanks for that update. Certainly a lot more to talk about in this case. You can read all about it, all the details we have on 10tv.com right now, or you can watch our podcast special on YouTube and the 10TV streaming app. It's called The Hidden Children on Omer Street.